Hey my friends, this is Daniel, Aldie, and today I want to talk with you about 5 reasons why you will never get married. A lot of people inquire about getting married and they want to know, Daniel, do you have any advice on this subject? And of course I do. Now, I've been married for 10 years now, and I want to give you the best advice I can on this subject. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 real reasons why you might not have any chances of getting married. So please listen up. The first reason is that you're too picky. You see, so many people have this long list of what they want in a spouse. They're so picky about this list that if a person that they meet does not match up with their parameters, then it's a disaster for them, and they don't give that person a chance. If you find yourself too picky around the people that you're meeting, then you need to make some personal changes in your life. Now, you might be saying, well, Daniel, shouldn't you be specific with your list? And the answer is absolutely. If you want a certain height, a certain color, a certain background, then you could define these things. But if you meet someone and you reject them because they don't align with your list, then that is prohibiting you from getting married. That's prohibiting you from even meeting people to potentially get married. So stop making dating decisions based on your checklist. Yes, it's good to be picky, but if you're ruling everyone out, then that means that your soulmate probably missed you. Now, the second reason why you might have a hard time getting married is that you are too controlling. If you're too controlling, you're always trying to dominate a relationship, nobody's gonna wanna be with you. If you're always passing out orders and telling people what to do, who is ever going to feel attracted to you? Most people are going to be able to tell whether or not you're a controlling person in the dating stage. And if they don't want to be trapped by you, they're going to back out of dating you anymore, and there's no chance of ever getting married. Now, on the other side, you can be the complete opposite. Instead of too controlling, you could be too submissive. Maybe you can't make any decisions. Maybe you can't ask for anything. You're always being told what to do. If you're too submissive, then your chances go down significantly. But remember, if you're submissive, somebody who wants to dominate you will easily take you along. So maybe you need to consider dating a lonely person who can dominate you. The third reason why you're never going to get married is that you're dishonest. Now, there's so many people who look good. Their resume is perfect. They have a great job, but they're very dishonest people. And when you're in a dating stage, people pretty much know whether or not you're a liar. Now, you can trick them to a certain extent, but when it comes time to say, I do, make sure to know that you're marrying a person that you just deceived. Make sure you know that if you're going to marry someone, that they're going to see a whole different side of you that you've never shown them. And if you know that you've been practicing dishonesty the whole entire way, then most likely that relationship is going to end in a divorce. Because once you get married, you're going to change, and that other person is going to see who you really are. Now, let's say you want to get married, but you haven't been able to. You might be wondering why. Most likely you've been practicing dishonesty in one way or another. For example, somebody might say, I don't believe in marriage, but deep down they want to get married. They might say they don't believe in marriage because maybe their parents got divorced. They saw the arguments, they saw the fights, and they might say, I don't believe in marriage, but deep down they know that they want to get married. You see, this sends a contradicting message to the universe. Because in one breath, you're saying that you want to get married, and in another breath, you're saying you don't. You're confusing the situation. And whenever you go out to date people, they don't know what to expect. Because one side of you says yes, but the other side of you says no. So I want you to ask yourself, what are my real thoughts that I hold about marriage? Once you correct your way of thinking, you will be able to correct your way of living. And once you do, that spouse will instantly be attracted to you. The fourth reason why you're never going to get married is that you're too selfish. You only want things done your way. You only want to see your parents. You don't want to see their parents. You don't care about what they do. You don't care about their background. You don't really care about your spouse or the person you're dating. What you really care about are your own goals. What you really care about are your own pursuits, your own interests, your own desires. And once that partner or spouse sees it in you, they're going to know, and they're going to address it, and most likely you're going to deny it. Now, if you decided to accept their correction, then you could change the whole entire relationship. But if you reject that correction and you continue on your selfish ways, then it will lead to disaster. It's up to you to decide. It's up to you to make your potential marriage right. And the fifth and final reason why you'll never get married is because of your history. You see, if your history is a mystery to the people that you're interacting with, then they're not going to trust you. If you have a dark history and you don't want to talk about it, then how can your potential spouse ever know you? Now, the reason why you might not want to talk about your history is because you have a dark past. Maybe you slept around with dozens or even hundreds of people. Maybe you have a secret drug addiction that you temporarily ended. Maybe you have a felony on your record that you're avoiding in the conversations with the person you're dating. Maybe you went through 7 divorces. Maybe you're actually married. You see, if you're seeking to be with someone, but you have a dark past that you don't want to share in the present because you're afraid of what it's going to become in the future, then that proves that the person that you're dealing with cannot trust you at all. As you continue to grow the relationship, you might run into a roadblock that you can't get by unless you uncover the history of your past. You see, once you tell your spouse about your history, then it will no longer be a mystery. But if you hold them in suspense, then they will question you. They will wonder, why isn't this person telling me the truth? Why are they withholding certain information from me? Why are they keeping their distance? You cannot build the relationship that you want in the future unless you deal with the relationships that you had in the past. Once you sweep the past away, then you understand the present and you'll be able to take your relationship to the future. I'll give you a bonus one because it's extremely important. One of the greatest reasons why people don't get married is because they're desperate. They try to rush into marriage without understanding exactly what they're getting themselves into. If you feel like you're desperately pursuing people just to get married, then it's never going to happen. Marriage needs to happen organically, not mechanically. There's no system that you need to implement to find yourself a wife, to find yourself a husband. No, you need to make sure that you present yourself in the best way possible so that you can see all the options available. If you decide to become the best version of yourself and lose that desperate mentality, then you will be able to find yourself a spouse and change your reality. So there you go, my friends. I just shared with you 5 reasons why most people never get married. If you feel like any of these reasons are impacting you, then it's time to make a change. It's time to get real with yourself if you want other people to get real with you. My friends, marriage could be one of the greatest things ever, but you have to understand exactly what you're getting into before you decide to pursue it. Again, this is Daniel Aldie. If you like this video, make sure to type yes in the comment section below. Also, share this video with someone else you know absolutely needs it. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that notification button, and also watch my other videos. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully with your future spouse. Take care.